Larry Bird was one of the biggest trash talkers in basketball. And a lot of people say, really? They thought it was Reggie or Charles.
Bird used to tell me, look here, man, you supposed to be a great defender, right? I'm going to make sure I tell you where I'm going to shoot the ball at.
What would it look like if we got the opportunity to meet our role model? Imagine you are an NBA player and you get the opportunity to meet an inspiring figure, none other than Larry Bird. Let's explore. Larry Bird, an NBA Hall of Famer, doesn't behave like the majority of former players. We can see that he's genuinely appreciative of the game. During the NBA All-Star Weekend, Bird expressed his admiration for players such as Nikola Jokic, LeBron James, Kevin Durant, and Steph Curry. Rather than condemning the game like many previous players, he chose to commend them. We can say that these days many believe the game is too easy and that stars from yesterday might rule the game now. However, Bird declared, "I'm proud of today's guys. I enjoy the game they engage in." Bird continued, "It made it possible for many players to demonstrate their abilities and achieve various things, as opposed to the East Coast in the 1980s, where we would do everything it needed to win games, where we hold, grab, push, and fight," Bird said. However, I enjoy our game. Additionally, James, who is frequently ranked alongside Michael Jordan as the best player in NBA history, received praise from Bird. According to Bird, James is fully worthy of the analogy. Imagine you're getting a lot of respect and acceptance from a former NBA player. What would be your confidence? It might be reflected in your next few games, isn't it? During an interview with NBA TV, Bird stated, "Stop complaining about LeBron. While he's here, enjoy him. He's amazing and is amongst the best, if not the best person in history." Throughout his career, Bird was also a very skilled player. Additionally, before back issues interrupted his career in the 1980s, he was a three-time MVP and an NBA champion. In a meet, Larry Bird makes the straightforward request that players compete hard in order to recreate the thrill of the All-Star game. The NBA decided to alter the format for the 2024 All-Star Game because the 2023 edition was so dull. Hence, the All-Star Draft will end, and it was the first time the league had returned to its original format since 2017. Now we will all witness an East against West, which is a standard four-quarter game. Additionally, the league is hoping that this could help recreate some of the thrill that once defined the All-Star Games. However, one former All-Star holds a distinct viewpoint. At a Legends brunch in Indianapolis, Larry Bird, who participated in 12 All-Star Games, spoke and offered some straightforward counsel to the 24 players who will take the court on the night. Bird stated, "The one thing I really hope to see is their play hard in this All-Star Game tonight. I believe it's crucial that when the greatest players in the world are together, they compete, play hard, and demonstrate their true abilities to the crowd." NBA legends other than Bird also made subliminal criticisms of the 2023 All-Star Game. During his news conference, Commissioner Adam Silver acknowledged that the previous year's All-Star Game received uniformly negative reviews and expressed his expectation for a stronger performance. He said, "Over time, the All-Star Game's level of effort tends to change. For example, the game was hailed as a success in 2020 because of the exciting conclusion that the new Allen ending produced," Adam said. However, the league has already given up on the notion after 4 years. The players may be motivated to improve after last year's humiliation, but past performance always seems to follow a fall in enthusiasm. Adam continued, "A Team USA versus foreign players all-star format has been proposed by several fans, which would spark some genuine rivalries. Perhaps a bigger monetary reward might inspire them. Ultimately though, that is up to the participants," Adam said. "They are what add intrigue to the All-Star Game, and if they don't play as hard as Bird asks, it won't matter what the league does." In comparison to football and baseball, which demonstrated the American sports landscape until the association started to find a stronger footing in the mid-1980s, the majority of younger NBA fans do not remember the period when the league was constantly in financial danger and trying to carve out a sports broadcasting niche. The Boston Celtics and Los Angeles Lakers' legendary rivalry reappeared in the 1980s, and it was the driving force behind the league's stability. We can say that the star power of Earvin "Magic" Johnson for the Lakers and Larry Joe Bird for the Celtics was responsible for this. With Bird and Magic serving as the foundation of the league we know today, the people over at the Old School Basketball YouTube channel created a video talking about this revival at the hands of two lifelong friends off the court and enemies on the parquet. Imagine you are an NBA enthusiast. However, you had difficulty finding a mentor, so you decided to watch the matches and interviews of different players, and your eyes got stuck on that one person who is none other than Larry Bird. His personality excites you a lot, and now he is your role model. As the head coach of the Pacers, Bird's basketball acumen eventually got Indiana to the NBA Finals in 1999 to 2000. However, it also gave a player's career a new life. Now let's see how Larry changed the life of an NBA player. Jalen Rose was once a former collegiate standout who had not yet lived up to the high expectations placed on him by many in the NBA. Nevertheless, he went on to become a reliable, professional player and finally saw his basketball career make him a fairly wealthy man. During his undergraduate years, Rose was one of the biggest stars in the nation. He and the Michigan Fab Five advanced to 2 consecutive national championship games in 1991 to 1992 and 1992 to 93, which electrified the nation. However, at first, Rose faced a lot of difficulties, which Larry analyzed, and he decided to support him. In the first season in Indiana, Bird contributed to the Pacers' transformation from a non-playoff team to an Eastern Conference Finals team. Rose began to develop into a reliable contributor as well, averaging 9.4 points in 20.8 minutes per contest. Hence, with that confidence, the next season, which took place in 1998 to 99, saw the Pacers make it back to the conference finals, with Rose averaging 11.1 points. However, the former Michigan standout had a breakthrough year in 1999 to 2000. The game ended with 18.2 points, 4.8 rebounds, and 4 assists per game, and Rose was able to win the Most Improved Player title. Moreover, he became a major factor in the Pacers' run to the NBA Finals that season, with Lakers defeated them. After that final run though, Bird left his coaching post and moved into an executive job. Rose continued to play well. During his career, he scored up to 22.1 points per game in a season and went on to play in the league for 13 years, averaging 14.3 points per game overall. Rose gives Larry Legend a lot of credit for his accomplishment, even though he was only under Bird for 3 of those 13 seasons. Rose added, "I wanted my career to be remixed and rejuvenated, and Larry was the one that helped validate me," he said on the August 22, 2019 episode of Jalen and Jacoby. He continued, "Larry Bird is an ex-Hall of Fame coach, and he gave me 15 in my 3rd year at Indiana. Thus, for me as a rookie player, it's now do or die," Rose continued. "I take Larry Bird's statements to the media, and I'm going to develop Jalen into a player who will fulfill his potential, and I put them on the refrigerator, man. I think to myself, and I'm gonna own it." Rose went on to discuss the impact Bird had on his life outside of basketball, while still praising his other coaches and colleagues. Rose said, "Larry Bird gave me the boost I needed to tour the world and eat all the steak and lobster I could want." The former member of the Fab Five acknowledged that his financial success in the league came from his performance there. In the end, Bird helped him turn into the successful guy he is today. What would that look like if you got an opportunity to help people in need? How are you going to do it? Will you be staying close to them, understanding their needs, and then acting? Or will you be helping them financially? Do let us know your thoughts in the comments. And that wraps up our deep dive into what NBA legends and players truly think about one of the greatest to ever grace the hardwood, Larry Bird. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss out on any of our future content. Also, drop a like if you enjoyed today's video and share your own Larry Bird stories in the comments below. Thanks for watching.